Now you probably clicked on this video because you got no idea how to mask things in Davinci Resolve, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ed. I'm a Melbourne-based photographer, videographer, and small business digital marketer, and I'm here to teach you how to do masking in Davinci Resolve 16. After coming over from Premiere Pro, I tried to find out how to mask something in Davinci Resolve and I had no idea, and it took me so long to figure out, and I have to admit, out of everything on Davinci Resolve, I found everything else so intuitive switching over, but this one was the one that had me just scratching my head. I'm going to teach you guys how to do this and make it nice and easy for you. It is very simple once you get your head around it, but it is something that is a little bit different to other programs, so it's good to pump out some content to let you guys know how to do it. So let's just jump into the computer, go through the tutorial, and see how we go. All right, legends, so here we are in Davinci Resolve. Now, I've got 4 clips here from 2 different shoots to do our masking transition. If you do know anything about masking transition, the basic principles are the same. If you're a complete beginner and you don't know what I'm talking about, masking transitioning is where you use something in the foreground moving across the screen to reveal a second clip. So as you can see this with this clip of Steve, we've got this squat rack bar coming across the screen, and I'm going to use that to reveal the scene of him on the ski, ergo just here. Same with this pie photo. I've got some delicious pies here that the cafe was making, and we're rolling out of this scene, rolling across them, and then you can see this edge of the bench. I'm going to use that definitive line to reveal them putting the pastries on a second lot of pies. So first thing you're going to need to do, guys, to make this work is you're going to have these 2 clips on top of each other. Pretty simple. You want to have the clip that you are going to use to get you wiped away on top of the clip that you want to be revealing. So the first clip is on top, the clip you want revealed is below. So I've got the pies on top here, and we're revealing the pie pastry being put on underneath. When you're ready to go, guys, what you're going to do is just hover over where you want to be. I like to just to make it nice and clean for myself, go over the first scene where it's going to the mask is going to be revealed. So just here, I'm going to go down to the color tab. Here we are in the color tab, and we are pretty much ready to roll. So there's a few things you want to keep in mind when you are doing your masking. First things first, I like to do it last of all. So I'm always going to put this node at the end, because if you do it at the start, all the color grading and all that you're going to add in afterwards won't be masked through. So you want to make sure that you're putting this at the end. It does make it a little bit neater and a little bit cleaner. In terms of your user interface, we want to make sure we're on the window tab over here, and we're in the keyframes tab over here. When you get into Davinci Resolve color tab at the start, you're going to be on the waves, and you'll probably be on the waveform or the vector scopes over here. So what you need to do, click on window, make sure this box is up, click on keyframes, make sure this box is up. Now we are pretty much ready to go. So just here is pretty much the first scene I've got where I'm going to be revealing the scene underneath of Steve on the skier. So what I need to do, come back to here and start masking from here until it's done a full reveal of the scene of Steve underneath. So first things first, we start right here. We're going to click on our pen tool to do this one, and we're going to start masking. Now, because I've got quite a soft edge for the masking object, I'm going to bring the softness up to about a 7 here. I think will be right. And what you might be noticing is that I've got the mask working on this node, but it's not translating into the actual footage itself. So what you need to do is go right click, add alpha output, and we're going to grab this blue dot and connect it up with that square. And you can see we've got it working just fine now, but you can also see I've revealed the wrong image. So what you need to do, guys, is come all the way back down to here, click on the invert, and now we can see we are correctly exposing for Steve on the skier, which is what we want to reveal. Now we are pretty much ready to mask. Next stage, guys, is just seeing what corrector is selected, and we're going to come down and press keyframe and making sure that is keyframed. First thing, we go back to that first frame, and we're going to click that so that first scene is as normal. Next scene, moving along with the
object that we're masking with, and we're just going to keep moving along, guys, using the left and right arrows to move our scenes, and keep moving across until we have effectively revealed Steve completely on the rower. So now if we play that back, get out of this tab just to make it easier. So now if we play that back, we can see we're just going through and revealing Steve on the rower. Really simple, guys. I'm just going to go through that really quickly again with this pie scene, just so it's nice and easy to remember. We're going to find that point where our first reveal is. So I wanted to use this silver edge here, nice and sharp, and then we're going to go bang. I think that's the first bit. Yep, that's what's first revealed. So Control S, creating our node for the masking. We're going to come down to our pen tool, come across here, making our 4 points. Mask is done. Again, we haven't connected it up properly, so what we're going to do is add the alpha output, drag the blue line across, and you can see it's working. Inverting that mask so we are revealing correctly. Then it's just a matter of keyframing everything in. So first scene, don't need anything. Second scene, coming up, and we're going to move all the way across, moving our mask with every single frame. Beautiful. So the only thing with that mask that I would have suggested was probably do a bit of a softer transition across, just because as you can see with those hard lines, it's not quite the same effect as when you've got the softness of that stuff, of those sorts of masks. So always recommend, guys, if you are in the color tab, bumping up that softness, making sure that transition is nice and smooth. So that is it, guys. That is the basics of masking in Davinci Resolve. I really hope this helped. It is a very cool effect if you can pull it off correctly. I think it pairs really well with speed ramping as well, and it's a good way to sort of incorporate some cool dynamic transitions, and you can get very creative with it when it comes to using doorways and windows as masking / zoom transitions. So
that's it, guys. I hope it made a lot of sense. I hope it's something that you can use going forward, and I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If this is something you'd like to see more of going forward, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see with Davinci Resolve. I'm a bit of a nerd with these programs, so I tend to dive into it, learn as much as I can, as soon as I can. I've only been on it for 3 or 4 months at this point, but I absolutely love it, and I do think it is the best editing software out there at the moment. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you did get this far, I would love it, and I would appreciate it. It helps me out if you could like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.